What's the real story behind the Fox News cancellation of Tucker Carlson's show? Well, here's what we know. Fox News and Dominion Voting Systems announced a settlement agreement ending Dominion's lawsuit against Fox, acknowledging that Fox spread falsehoods about Dominion. Now, that settlement was announced on Tuesday, April 18th. Less than 1 week later, Monday, April 24th, Fox releases a statement saying Tucker Carlson and Fox News have agreed Tucker will no longer appear on the air at Fox. Now, author Chadwick Moore just happened to be writing a book about Carlson when all that went down. His book, Tucker, will be out in July. Moore is sharing what he's learned from his sources inside Fox. Let's watch a few clips with podcaster Joe Pags as he interviews Moore. In this first clip, he asks the question we're all asking. Are you telling me that Dominion had nothing to do with Carlson's cancellation? Really?
But Dominion came out, as you mentioned earlier in this interview, and said almost immediately, nothing to do with us. We did not call for that. It's not on us. I think Dominion wants to come out smelling like a rose, but you're saying you've got inside information that you really trust that this was a part of that.
Well, so more than one person who is intimately connected to the situation told me they had direct knowledge that that is the reason why, and they said they're very assured that that's the reason why. So that's what I can report. And it's interesting if you look at Dominion. So Dominion has denied that they did not have any conditions about Tucker Carlson's employment at Fox. That's interesting language because, they are telling if this theory is true, they are telling the truth in that statement because he is still in fact employed. So there was a video leaked, an undercover video on Twitter of a Fox producer saying the same thing. That producer is not one of my sources. I don't know who he is. And other people when other people started saying this in the news, this had been reported. Before I made my video, I had already heard this before those stories came out. So that's all I can say from what I understand.
In the past month, Fox's overall primetime ratings have declined by 39%, from an average of 2.6 million viewers down to 1.6 million, while Newsmax's primetime ratings have increased by 135%. Now, Fox still maintains a large advantage over Newsmax with an average of 1.6 total viewers in primetime to Newsmax's 383,000. But it's lost more than half its usual 8 p.m. viewers through several weeks of temporary replacement hosts, including morning show host Brian Kilmeade and former Trump White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany, none of whom have come close to matching Carlson's numbers.
Do you think Fox had any clue that they were standing to lose $650 million in value just by making that move? I mean, if they saw that, could they just gave up $787 million the week before? And all of a sudden, they're going to lose another $600-700 million by dropping their star? There's no way they could have anticipated that, or did they?
You're correct. I mean, this is a really great question because the first thing people wonder is why would Fox give them this scalp when he was so popular, so powerful? And I asked this, of course, to my sources, and what they said was that these executives and these people who made the decision this is their words, that they are so completely out of touch with their audience that they literally thought getting rid of Tucker was as if they got rid of Harris Faulkner on Outnumbered. They didn't understand that his brand was as powerful, if not more powerful, than their brand. And they sort of reasoned, well, we got rid of O'Reilly, we got rid of Megyn Kelly, we're always fine. The viewers are upset for a moment. They always come back. We're Fox, we're invincible. Tucker's not bigger than us. That is what my source said was going through their heads. And they just completely didn't know that Tucker was this a movement. He was not just a TV show host, and that he brought in people who don't normally watch cable news, particularly in the 18 to 45-year-old demographic, and a lot of Democrats who would never normally watch Fox News.
Finally, I think the question so many of us have, or perhaps we know the answer, is how did he manage to turn a nightly news and commentary show into a movement? In other words, why are so many Americans so loyal to Tucker? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I have some thoughts on that. But first, let's watch this final clip from podcaster Joe Pags interviewing Chadwick Moore, author of the new book, Tucker. You can pre-order it now on Amazon.
How did he make this audience in 6 years willing to run through a building for him?
I think because everything he talks about in his show, he deeply cares about. And it's a connection he has with the audience. There's topics that he covers that no other cable news host could get away with. Like when he talks about something like architecture, Sean Hannity can't talk about architecture because he doesn't care about architecture. Right. He doesn't care about beauty. He doesn't care about nature. But Tucker really does care about these things, and it shows. And he won't talk about something unless he cares. And his background comes from journalism, from writing, and he was a beautiful writer. I think that his success completely comes from this connection he has.
Like Chadwick says, I think it is Carlson's authenticity that draws viewers to him and keeps us loyal. There's a saying that the camera never lies. Well, that's true. The camera also never blinks. It never looks away. It doesn't miss a thing. Think about the people you like and watch on YouTube or Newsmax or Fox or wherever. You like them because you connect with them, right? You think they're straight shooters. It's the reason millions of Americans like Donald Trump. He is authentic. That's what Americans are craving in an age of computer-generated images. When so many of us feel manipulated by big tech algorithms, we just want someone to be honest with us. And that's why I think so many people miss Tucker Carlson.